Hello, everyone. Today I'm in conversation with Israel Nascimento de Oliveira, and I hope I've pronounced it correctly. He's in
Oh, good.
Brazil. um, so we're going to get a student perspective on a virtual exchange that he's going to tell us about. But first of all, Israel, please introduce yourself and tell us who you are, where you're logging in from, and what you study.
Okay. Nice to meet you, everybody. My name is Israel. I am 21 years old. I'm studying mechanization of precision agriculture here in Pompeia, São Paulo, uh, in Brazil. Actually, it's a
Okay.
little place here in São Paulo, not so known at all. But
Well,
that's
you're
it.
here to make it more known. So thanks for joining us today.
It's a
Um,
pleasure.
and it's Osvaldo Suzzi who's put me in touch with you, and he appears on our blog and YouTube channel today. And I asked him for a student perspective. So I'd like to know, you said in our pre-chat that you undertook a virtual exchange concerning the topic of water. Tell us a bit more about that exchange.
Well, we studied about the lack of water in the northeast region of Brazil. Basically, we had this group here from Brazilian students and Armenian students, and then we chose the topic about making a presentation and a case of study about the lack of water and ways to maybe solve this problem that is so present here in the northeast region of Brazil. So we had moments of exchange and we talked about our culture, languages, and habits. And then we made this presentation and we did present it basically. That was our case of study, basically.
Okay, Israel, so you partnered up with students in Armenia. How much did you know about Armenia before you started collaborating?
Basically nothing. I didn't even know where is it. I mean, I knew the country, I've heard about it, but I didn't know the location and basically anything else. I didn't even know the language, the culture, localization. I didn't know anything.
So where did you start? Where did you start from in this virtual exchange? Because presumably you would have had to get to know each other a little bit
Yeah,
before starting to work together. So how did that come about? What did you do?
we had 1 week where we could talk about ourselves, present ourselves, and then talk about hobbies and what we like to do, what we like to eat, where we like to go. Basically, that have this moment of presenting ourselves, our culture, and we did try to find similarities between us, basically. And we found out that we're not so different at all. We have some good similarities that are very close.
Like what did you find you had in common? Because I mean, Brazil, Armenia, kind of
It's
really
totally different, right?
random, different and random. So what did you find out that you had in common with each other?
Ways to have fun, and they said that they had some parties that it's not so distant from what we have here in Brazil. Uh, and basically, the way to spend the time with hobbies and this kind of stuff is not so distant at all.
So music and
Music, sports,
sport, yeah.
and what we like to watch, what we like to listen, basically that.
Nice.
And food, we had some foods that were close. I don't remember exactly what foods, but I remember talking about some foods that we eat here that they eat there too.
Great. So, your topic of your virtual exchange was water, the issue of water, the lack of water, which is
Mhm.
familiar to you in Brazil. What did you learn from the students in Armenia about this topic in their country?
Mm, I mean, this topic didn't seem to be like the point of a point of study for them at all. I mean, it was more like we are presenting a problem, our problem,
I see.
and we did trying to think about ways to solve it, and we had some points like uh, greening houses. I don't remember exactly the name. How we the solutions that we tried to find, like it was a little bit time ago.
Okay.
But it's not a problem at all for them as it is for us. But it was good so because we could present where is the region, how was the historic part of that, how we did come to this point, why is there's this lack of water at all. So we could basically teach them and show them how is that, why does that happen, and they could learn more about our country and a problem that we face here.
I see. What did you find? How did you experience this virtual exchange? I mean, what parts of it did you find particularly interesting or enriching during this period of study?
I really liked the experience of talking with someone out of Brazil that could talk in English because they were learning English too. So it was kind of both of the groups were trying to enhance their ability to speak and have this moment of conversation and interaction. The interaction itself was the most interesting thing about things.
I see.
Having this moment to uh, speak because for me at least the most difficult thing is like formulate or try to pick up the right words and create a phrase basically. So I have to talk and have this moment of talking and chatting with them and having these interactions and all this moment talking about our cultures and having this sharing moment was pretty nice.
Okay. And so presumably if you're all learners of English as well, would you consider that a challenge or an opportunity really to gain more confidence?
I think it's more like an opportunity. In maybe in the beginning, I could see that as a challenge, but as the program was following and we were having this moment of talking, it was more like an opportunity. Like, it's okay. It's good. We can do that.
Great. Yeah. And so have you come away, Israel, feeling more confident about your English language ability from this exchange?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like initial proof that we can have this moment of communication and share this moment. So I had this virtual exchange months before I started to live, or not live, I started to. There was a person here in Brazil, a friend of mine that came from US. So then I had more moments of conversation
Ah,
and exchanging experiences. So before that, I had this virtual exchange. So yes, it was good for me to have more confidence on my English and being able to talk without fear and just face the challenge and opportunity, embrace the opportunity. Picking.
so so it prepared you really for the reality of when you
Yeah,
have an English speaker in front of you. Okay,
that,
fantastic. And what else would you say to other students considering doing a virtual exchange? What advice would you give?
mm, it's a good opportunity. You will have a moment to share experiences, to share moments with them. You can talk, maybe make new friends. So that's very nice. The interaction itself is just amazing, depending on the topic that you're going to do, or depending on the topic that you're going to study about, you can gain knowledge too. So it's worth it. It's very good, and for sure it's worth it.
Thank you, Israel, for sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.